up, humanoids?
Yeah.
That's Travis Colt. I'm Kevin Hogg.
Hey, how's it going?
This is the Wrestling Rundown. And there's one thing I can guarantee you is that Raw this week was much more entertaining than Raw last week.
You're goddamn right.
There's more that we are going to talk about. So without further ado, what matches happened, you motherfucker?
Alright. We had Neville defeat Kevin Owens. We had Sasha Banks defeat Becky Lynch. We had Kalisto defeat Kofi Kingston. We had Big E defeat Sin Cara. We had Ryback defeat Big Show. We had the League of Nations defeat Dean Ambrose and the Usos. And we had John Cena return to defeat Alberto Del Rio by disqualification.
I'm just going to call bullshit on Big E beating Sin Cara.
Yeah, we'll get to... That's one of the big things. We're going to get the small stuff
That
out
should
of
be
the way.
like the last thing we talk about.
So, first off...
Save the best for last.
We'll knock out Miz TV. This was just how many people can interrupt Miz in a row.
Like 6.
So we had... Miz starts talking about like what he's going to do the beginning of 2016. Ryback comes out.
It was 5.
Huh?
It was 5. That's the answer of how many people
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I was right the first time. Damn it.
Ryback comes out and says no one cares about the Miz. Everyone's sick of it. But 2016 is going to be the year of the big guy. Then Miz starts talking again. Goldust comes out and says, no, is this going to be the year that Miz wins an Oscar? Is this going to be the year he wins Golden Globes? Or gets Golden Globes?
Yeah. He's referencing his own balls.
He's referencing nuts. Then Zack Ryder comes out and says, no, 2016 is going to finally be the year of Zack Ryder. Woo, woo, woo.
I love your optimism, Zach.
R-Truth comes out and lets everyone know that he's going to win a Slammy.
Well, no, he's trying to tell everybody
he's
that everyone on the roster is eligible to win Superstar of the Year at the Slammies last week.
Yeah. Miz lets them know that last week was the Slammies, and he did win one. He says, awesome, cool.
He won one and he presented one.
Yes. And then Heath Slater comes out and says, no, 2016 is going to be the year of Heath Slater, baby. And then Big Show comes out, knocks out Heath Slater, eliminates Zack Ryder.
Oh, he's eliminated.
Tosses Goldust out of the ring.
He's eliminated.
R-Truth knocks himself out, but then gets chokeslammed instead.
He's
and
eliminated.
Then Ryback gets thrown over the top rope as well.
And Big Show won the Royal Rumble.
Oh, no, Big Show entered the Royal Rumble and said he's going to enter at number 1. And then we had a match.
Set the bar high, Big Show.
Then we had a match between Ryback and Big Show that wound up in count out, which didn't mean shit.
You know, I'm going to say this right now. I hope that the reason why Big Show's TV appearances, like the second half of this year, have been really sporadic and not consistent, is that he's been working on his cardio.
Maybe.
Like,
it's still not going to make anybody happy. By the way, this crowd didn't like anything.
Yeah, pretty much.
This is a very annoying crowd.
Yeah, no, because Big Show, I mean, that's a hefty task of trying to, like, stay in a match. It's basically, you're guaranteeing yourself 45 minutes minimum.
Yeah, most likely an hour of in-ring competition if you're going to make it all the way to the end. Then our first match was a real quick one. Neville defeated Kevin Owens real quick by reversing a pop-up powerbomb into a rolling prawn hold. Owens got pissed off, beat the hell out of Neville at the end.
Ooh, he put his Neville globes against the ring post.
Yes. We came back from commercial. Neville's trying to be helped in the back. Owens comes out and attacks him again.
Owens is an asshole.
And gets ready to try and do the apron powerbomb. This brings out Dean Ambrose. They brawl for a second, which leads to Kevin Owens running away.
Retreating through the audience.
But this would come back later when we have our 6-man tag match where the League of Nations defeated the Usos and Dean Ambrose. Barrett distracts Jey Uso from doing the Superfly Splash.
The only thing he does.
Quit giving Barrett shit. He doesn't deserve it, man.
I will not keep giving.
I guess because of Sin Cara?
I will.
Does that like really validate the fact that you're giving Barrett shit?
Yes,
okay,
absolutely.
We're gonna get to that in a second. Jay goes for the Superfly Splash. Sheamus gets the knees up, hits the Brogue Kick, and the League of Nations pick up the win. But afterwards, Ambrose beats the fuck, Owens beats the fuck out of Ambrose, throws him into the stairs, ends up powerbombing him through the announce table.
Yeah.
And yeah, just fucking...
I want to say, like, I'm curious to know if they doctor the announce table on weeks it's supposed to break.
I feel like they do, because it, like, the way it falls apart, it sounds... Like, the sound of it, you don't get a big, like, crunch or crack or anything. It just kind of, like, it just, like, folds open.
Because I was just watching a video, and I was thinking, like, okay, Dean Ambrose isn't very big.
No. He's 220 pounds.
Yeah,
tops.
and that's probably being generous.
Yeah.
WWE likes to bulk their people up.
Yeah.
Using words.
Yeah, he's not a very big dude.
He's small. And the fact that Owens was able to just drop him onto the announce table and it broke. I just recently watched a video of Randy Orton, RKO, and Cody Rhodes.
And
the announce table
they
did
just
shit.
land, and it's like, yeah. Well, that happens so many times.
Or like Seth Rollins powerbombs Kane on the announce table.
Yeah, and it just stays.
Yeah. Like,
Kane is 320 pounds.
I want to know, like, if it's not a doctored thing, if there's some sort of science explanation why tiny Dean Ambrose could break this table while, like, the weight of two men crashing onto it simultaneously wouldn't break it.
It's where you check your disbelief at the door when it comes to wrestling, because some people can break the table, some people can't, and they come in all different shapes and sizes.
The table does not check its disbelief at the door.
Fuck the table. All right.
That's what Dean Ambrose did.
So one of our better matches, which the crowd just fucking hated, was Sasha Banks versus Becky Lynch, the only Divas match on the card.
Yeah. Oh, this was a good match though.
Great match. Girls got to go out there, and they got a lot of time.
Yeah, the crowd got into it at certain points of the match, especially Becky Lynch diving off the top rope.
Yes.
Onto all three members of Team Bad.
The crossbody was big, and just
it was
great.
The slow parts of the match.
Yeah, I mean that's one thing that bugs me. I think it bugs me more than it does most fans, because most fans want the Ring of Honor high spot, everything's going on, blah 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 craziness. But wrestling is also about the technical side, the wearing your opponent down, and you need that stuff in order to tell the story. You can be a spot monkey if you want, but you're really not. I feel like you're not challenging yourself when you just rely on the flashy shit.
Yeah, I think a big part of the reason why the crowd had a hard time getting into Raw was just the order of the way things came out.
Yeah.
Because this was like the first legitimate match.
Yeah, this was after the Owens thing, and then the opening sequence with the McMahons, which we'll get into in a second.
Because the opening segment was, like, we noted that it was like 17 minutes.
Yeah, 17 minutes of talking.
Segment, and then a match that only lasted like 20 seconds.
Yeah. So yeah, I can...
The crowd, at this point, the crowd might be a little irritated.
I'll let it pass then. Great finish to this match, though.
Mm-hmm.
Sasha goes for the bank statement. Becky, on the back roll, while she's getting put in the hold, actually turns it into a pin. And then when Sasha kicks out of the pin, she's able to grab her arm. Becky turns it almost into the disarmer. And then Sasha's able to roll up Becky, pulling the tights and picking up the win. Charlotte wasn't there to be in Becky's corner. She's off doing press and whatnot. She's probably going to be on SmackDown, I would imagine. Becky went in this by herself. She even thwarted the attempt of distractions by Naomi and Tamina multiple times through this match, but still wound up losing the match. But fantastic. This was what Becky needed. This was a real highlight for her. And not only that, but we got to see Sasha, do her thing.
Yeah.
And,
it was just good to see the two of them have a good one-on-one match against each other.
Absolutely.
Hammerlock suplex into the turnbuckle.
Oh, ouch.
That was cool.
Yeah. And Becky set herself up pretty bad for a double knees off the top rope, which was good. There was a lot of great stuff in this match, and it pissed me off when the crowd started chanting boring. But I wasn't there, so I still enjoyed it, though. All right, now we're going to talk about more of the reason why you're giving Wade Barrett so much shit.
Are we going to Loose Dragons?
Yes.
Right.
So,
awesome match.
To put this in perspective, first, Wade Barrett has been dealing with nerve damage in his neck, which is why you don't see him getting as involved in League of Nations matches. But
I don't see him getting involved at all in any matches.
And he was already giving him shit. I was giving him the benefit of the doubt because he's hurt. But then we had a fantastic match between Kofi and Kalisto.
Yeah, two guys.
Oh wait, first, can we talk about the New Day's promo first?
Yeah, absolutely. It's the New Day. Why wouldn't I not want to talk about the New Day?
So this is Brooklyn. This is the building that the trombone, which we now know is named Francesca, debuted. She debuted the night after SummerSlam, and so the New Day wanted to sing a song, but Francesca told them not to because the people in Brooklyn didn't vote for them to be Tag Team of the Year.
And then it was like, boo! And then Xavier was like, guys, you're booing it yourselves.
Yeah. And then everything just turns into anger, and then we find out that all these people in the crowd, if you want to teach your children a lesson, you give the New Day a call, because they will come to your house and they will fight your children. Or so said Kofi Kingston. And that was them trying to get an OMG moment of the year, which I think would be fantastic. But yeah, this went into Kalisto.
If that goes all the way until next year and gets on the OMG ballot,
why not?
That deserves to win.
But yeah, this would go into Kalisto versus Kofi Kingston.
If that goes all the way to here and makes it on the OMG ballot, next year's going to be really boring.
Yeah, that's true. No, this match was fantastic.
Great high-paced guys.
Yeah.
These guys are like really quick, really, and they have really good chemistry.
Yes, and and we had again the numbers game was in favor of the New Day.
Yeah, because it was Team Bad Dude.
I see what you did there. Yeah, you had Xavier Woods and Big E on one side, and Sin Cara backing up Kalisto. Kalisto does end up picking up the win, hitting a Rana on Kofi Kingston. This is after Xavier Woods tried to get involved, got drop kicked off the apron by Kalisto, caught by Big E, and then Sin Cara dove off the stairs and knocked both of them down. Then Kalisto hits the Rana, pins Kofi Kingston. Lucha Dragons are taken off. Xavier Woods is like, "Hey, Sin Cara, you wanna come out from the sidelines? You wanna get involved, huh? You wanna get in this ring? You wanna wrestle around?"
At this point, Xavier Woods takes off the championship belt and his vest and his T-shirt.
And he's ready to throw down. He's like, and you know what? You can face Big E in a match. Whoa, I can't remember what the build was.
He's like, you know what? And you're gonna find out that like payback is hard to swallow. You know what? I'm gonna say it. Payback is Big E is your opponent in this match.
So we come back from a commercial. We got Big E versus Sin Cara.
Come back from a commercial, and Big E, the heel, has Sin Cara, the babyface, in a submission hold.
What?
That doesn't
When
happen.
does that ever happen?
Never, ever, ever.
This was a first time ever. Never happened before.
Abdominal stretch.
So yeah, they're starting off slowly.
I can't even remember anything else that happened in this match.
Yeah, no, it picks up at a certain point. So Big E ends up getting tossed out of the ring. And Sin Cara goes for a dive, but fakes the dive.
Yeah,
he does. You see,
little front flip.
You see Cesaro do it a lot, where he catches himself, front flips over, and lands on the apron. Well, then Big E grabs his feet and sweeps him out like he would off the top rope or whatnot, off the apron. Sin Cara comes down right on his left shoulder, and it is done. His shoulder is so messed up.
Yeah, and
you can hear him actually telling Big E "Hey, my shoulder, my shoulder," and I didn't notice anything was wrong.
And then I told you.
And then
look at his shoulder. It's fucking done.
I could the fact that Sin Cara was being louder, I was like, okay, wait, that's not normal because usually with the mask it's harder to hear or tell they're calling spots. But then they showed his shoulder, and then New Day kind of grabbed.
It was either a dislocation or broken collarbone.
Yeah. Which it seems like it was just a dislocation.
Because they call a trainer over.
Yeah, the trainer and Kalisto were checking on Sin Cara. New Day kind of gather back around the announce table, and it looks like they just popped the shoulder back in. Sin Cara rolls back in the ring and okay, this is it. They're going to end it real fast.
Big E goes to pin him right away.
Sin Cara kicks out.
Yeah.
Okay, Sin Cara's gonna do a little bit more. He's gonna try and make it an ending. He doesn't want it to. He doesn't want to be botchy Sin Cara.
Yeah. He ends up getting punched a couple times.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, okay, easy.
You're
He ends up letting Biggie like trample him once.
Yeah, you're kind of waiting for a few moves to just lead to the big ending.
Yeah. Well, even that, I didn't even think the big ending was gonna happen.
No.
Because I didn't think anything where he had to land and put pressure on an arm was gonna happen.
True.
And then he basically pulled out every move you could that he could get away with landing on one arm.
He goes on to wrestle for another 5 or 7 minutes.
Yeah.
With a dislocated shoulder. Holy shit, Sin Cara!
Yeah, he pulls off the springboard crossbody. He freaking
Did the tumbleweed.
Yeah, he does that off the top rope. He does the
He did a moonsault.
Yeah, he did the Finley roll off the top rope.
With Biggie on his fucking shoulders!
Yeah.
What?
Eventually it was for naught because there'd be more distraction and Biggie would end up hitting the big ending.
Yeah, Sin Cara would actually end up drop kicking Woods off the corner again.
Oh, shocker.
And onto Kofi, but Biggie was able to hit the big ending on Sin Cara and pick up the win. But goddamn, Sin Cara, if you didn't earn some fucking respect tonight, Jesus Christ, fantastic. And I like the fact that one match led into another. That doesn't happen very often unless it's like, there was a bunch of blah 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 and turned into a tag team match. No, this is a singles match led into another singles match. It was fun. Alright, so now we'll talk about the big thing that kind of led into the main event and what happened after the main event. Vince came out at the beginning of the show.
And he is upset because no one in the history of WWE ever before has upset the McMahon family.
Embarrassed the McMahon family.
Either or.
Yeah.
Upset because they're embarrassed.
He's mad he had to have dental surgery because of the Superman punch.
No, embarrass the McMahon family or upset Stephanie.
Oh. Yeah, you don't
That's
upset
worse.
the $1 billion princess. So he calls
But
her.
neither of these things have ever happened before, so
No.
Vince is just
No.
fucking furious.
Yeah, I mean, this is a first time thing. There's a lot of firsts on this Raw.
Yeah.
So Roman Reigns comes down and Vince tells him how mad he is and how frustrated he is with him. And Roman Reigns kind of talks some shit back to him. And Vince gets pushy and then really starts digging into the Samoan heritage, saying that he took advantage of Atha and Sika being Roman Reigns' dad. And saying that he used them up, he lined his pockets with their money,
Paid them peanuts.
and Roman Reigns gets a little tiffed at this and shoves McMahon, who is 70 years old. He takes a back bump and hurts his neck.
I wouldn't even call what he did a back bump.
He back tumbled.
He fell on his ass first. And then
And that hurt his neck.
And then slightly rolled onto his back slowly.
So then he's like talking to the microphone, my neck, it's my neck, somebody come help me. And Stephanie in the back went, we need to go help my dad, play my music. So Stephanie comes out, she stops at the top of the ramp and brings out cops.
I want to help him, but not that bad.
She brings out cops and
Obviously this is a setup.
trying to get Roman Reigns arrested. But because she's the McMahon, because she's Stephanie McMahon, she starts getting real angry and the cop's like, back the fuck up or I'm gonna arrest you.
The cop says, no, we were only hired to be security here.
Yeah, so we're not making arrests unless, unless something gets out of hand. So Stephanie starts getting mad, and he tells her to back up or she's gonna get arrested. And Vince starts getting mad.
But she was threatening them.
Yeah. So Vince starts getting mad and going, you're really pissing me off. And then ends up grabbing the police officer.
That's arresting an officer. Or
And
assaulting an officer.
That's arresting an officer. Citizen's arrest. No, this leads to Vince McMahon getting arrested, sent to jail. We get a couple updates from Renee throughout the night. Stephanie made her way down there with their lawyer, blah,
Yeah,
blah, blah.
the updates weren't very updated.
Yeah, there's one update, and then the second one, Vince is released from jail, gets in his car. And
Shocker. Vince McMahon could make
Oh,
jail.
no shit. And you can probably guess that he's on his way back to the building. Well, it just so happens that we are at our main event, which is John Cena taking on Alberto Del Rio. John Cena getting all thuggy tonight on Raw.
Yeah, well, he's trying to get the New York crowd on his side, so he starts name dropping.
Yeah, and he turns up the thuggy side to talk to the crowd and goad Alberto Del Rio into defending the United States title because it's a non-title match until he pretty much digs at Del Rio's manhood and his pride and gets him to put the title on.
And his Spanish tater tots.
Isn't that like Papas Fritas?
That's French fries.
That's right, close enough. Don't mess with Papas Fritas. What are you gonna do? That's all I got. This match was good.
It was alright.
I think
it was a notch better than the Hell in a Cell match.
Yeah, I almost thought it wasn't gonna live up to because the Hell in a Cell match was pretty good.
Yeah.
Especially with the fact that Del Rio hadn't been wrestling the WWE style for a while. But this was real good. My favorite part was Del Rio's reversal of the AA into the cross arm breaker.
That was clever.
That was fantastic.
Well done.
I appreciated that a lot.
Kudos.
I could have done with less of the amazing Cena.
It's John Cena.
I know, but
that's all he does anymore.
But this whole year, he's had moments where he's had to at least try. Defending the U.S. title, he was always.
Yeah, but he's been gone for 2 months, so he's.
I guess
he's been able to recharge his Cena batteries.
I guess. Rusev and Sheamus make their way down to try and put the odds in Alberto's favor.
Weird. Where's Wade Barrett?
Shut the fuck up. He's back there consoling Sin Cara.
I doubt it.
Maybe. Cena kicks out of everything that Del Rio does. Hits him with an AA. The ref's been knocked down. He got kicked in the face by Del Rio.
Unintentionally.
Yeah, because Cena was trying to pull him off the ropes.
But more fuckery from the League of Nations.
Yeah.
Including Cena getting kicked in the face, and then Cena not getting kicked in the face, and Rusev getting kicked in the face, because Cena moved his face.
And Sheamus kept moving his boot.
Fuck Sheamus. And his boot.
Cena hits the AA, goes for the pin, but Rusev and Sheamus break it up.
Oh, no.
And so it's a 3-on-1 beatdown.
Disqualification.
The Usos make their way down, and they try to even up the odds, but they're beat up earlier.
Yeah, they didn't even look good running down the ramp.
Yeah, no, they were hurting on the way down.
They were skipping and...
Yeah.
They looked kind of like the feral zombies from 28 Days Later.
Just fucking run down the street. They don't do much.
They don't do anything.
They don't do much in the favor of John Cena, but then
they do stuff for the League of Nations. They become extra punching bags.
Yeah. That way everybody gets a punching bag.
Yeah.
But then Cousin Roman comes down, spears the shit out of Rusev on the outside.
Yeah, no, this is the best spear since the time he speared Big Show.
Yeah.
Because they did the same thing. Big Show, Rusev and Big Show, a year ago, they both jumped up in the air before the spear happened.
This is out on at the bottom of the ramp.
Yeah, they jumps up, so Roman jumps and spears them out of the air.
Yeah.
And it looked great both times.
Yeah. And then he gets up, Del Rio's getting out of the ring, and he gets hit with a Superman punch. All the while, Sheamus has been trying to grab a chair to beat the hell out of Cena. And now he's on one side with the chair, Roman's on the other side. Sheamus decides, I'm going to give it a shot. Doesn't work, he gets punched in the face. Roman...
Which is weird because he's basically holding a shield.
Yes. He's holding a Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins, and Roman Reigns?
No.
Oh. He just said he's holding a shield.
Like a legitimate shield to block your face with.
Well, they are a legitimate shield.
But fuck Sheamus.
Okay.
Because
he gets hit with a chair.
I just said butt fuck Sheamus.
He gets hit with a chair, and then all of a sudden, Vince's music plays, and Vince comes down and lets Roman Reigns know, oh, you're so, I bet you're so happy right now. Well, I just want everyone to know that I'm suing the city of New York.
And if it was possible, he would sue every person in the building.
Yes. But
including himself.
He wants Roman
That's
Reigns.
how senile he is.
He wants Roman Reigns to know that next week on the first Raw of 2016, he will defend the WWE World Heavyweight Championship against Sheamus, and the special guest referee will be Vincent Kennedy McMahon. Then he goes on to say Happy New Year's about 12 times before they go off the air.
Yeah, because that was weird.
Vince had that goldfish memory for a second. He's like, Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Happy New Year, buddy. Happy New Year. Like, he couldn't say anything else.
I think he was hoping to get a bigger reaction.
Probably not. The Brooklyn crowd didn't really give a fuck.
And so he just kept going for the Happy New Year thing.
What are you going to do? Yeah, way more entertaining than the Slammy edition of Raw.
Yeah.
Overall, a good episode of Raw. I appreciated it. You know, it had a couple throwaway moments.
And it had a really couple good standout matches.
Yeah.
The Divas match was good. Kalisto versus Kofi was really good. Sin Cara versus Big E was great, despite the fact that there was an injury mid-match.
I'm gonna say Sin Cara won Raw.
Absolutely.
He
might have lost the match, but he won our hearts.
Goddamn right. Sin Cara
won our corazones.
God. Oh man. Well, that's it for Raw.
Don't forget to like, favorite, and subscribe.
And click all them links.
There's a lot of them. There's Twitters and Tumblrs and emails and a Reddit. And guess what? We got a
podcast.
I let him say it because he likes it.
I do.
Over at SoundCloud.com/Wrestling
Rundown.
Check it out.
And for those of you listening on the podcast, click that YouTube link and subscribe to the channel.
You can look at our ugly mugs.
Or you can look at Owen, Heart of Gold. Brand new DVD from WWE.com. /store. Or /shop.
WWEshop.com.
Shop.com.
Or available at certain retailers near you.
You know what else you can click? The videos over in the link. Well, or on the not the link.
Videos down there?
No, the video over in the playlist thing.
Oh, that thing.
This is the only video in there right now.
Yeah.
But
because all the rest of them are in the links.
Yes. No, they're not.
You just said they were.
I lied.
You lying motherfucker.
No, there will be more videos. There won't be as many as we planned because, unfortunately, Thomas Wolfe is feeling sick this week. So we'll be having our Thomas's Top 5 next week for December. We'll probably be doing our Top 5s of the year, some sort of overall year review when Thomas Wolfe is here. Yeah. But coming up next, you will have the midweek wrap-up, the SmackDown rundown, and some indie news as usual. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you at whatever video you decide to watch next.
But it's not in the links. It's going to be over there. It's going to be over there. It's going to be right over there in the fuck Sheamus.